Hello, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to the Author Show. We are so excited for you to be here. And it's such an amazing show today because was it not for this amazing Cathy? Me and Natalie, or Natalie and me, just want to let you know, or I am not confused if I say me and Natalie, because in my home language, Afrikaans, we always have us, me first, and then the person. But I remember for in the English side, you need to have it a different way. So I sometimes correct myself, but if not, it's all good. But wasn't it not for Cathy? Natalie and myself would never have met. So we are all in the ripple effect of impact. And I met amazing ladies that is part in this amazing group. So, in this amazing book that Cathy have done. So we are going to ask Cathy some questions. Before I wanted to mention something. Cathy is a transformative advisory. I'm so sorry now. I'm struggling with my words. So she builds purpose and meaning into everything she does. She has a global community, and she dedicates her time to uplift women and to make sure that women knows that anything is possible. Her chapter, Great Ripple Effect of Impact Around the World, is truly magnificent. And then there are 23 in total authors in your amazing book compilation, my beautiful Cathy. I just quickly want to mention something, but I will have to get my glasses, and then I'm going to continue. Just give me 1 second because there's something I want to mention here. So, my beautiful ones, most of the ladies here have told their stories, but my beautiful Natalie, I'm in chapter 20. Forgive yourself, letting go and of shame and regret. And beautiful Natalie, let me just see, where is yours? Natalie is
16.
oh, 16, touched by supernatural. So how amazing. So let me just continue reading my brief. And through all of this that Cathy has done, she showed us her magnificence, her kindness, the action that she have created. She created so many beautiful Zoom meetings for us to learn, and even afterwards have do so many things to help authors sell their book and tell them what to do. So I love that. So today we are very excited for you, Cathy, to be here. Thank you very much. So I am going to do my first question, and then I'm handing over to Natalie. So you gave us two options for the front cover that we could make a choice. And most ladies have chosen this one. For yourself, which of the two have you chosen, and why is this one so affected, my beautiful Cathy?
Well, good question. And actually, now that you mention it, I can't even remember what the other one was. That was a while ago, but I definitely love this cover. So I will definitely go with this one as my favorite.
And the reason why you chosen a water drop in water.
Well, I think, with the title being Ripple Effect of Impact, I think showing those ripples. And I mean, we all know what happens when you drop something in the water and the ripples go out and out and out and out and beyond the point that you even know that they're still going. And so I think it really represents what that book is all about, because it really is, talking about how everything we do is creating a ripple effect with the people around us, with ourselves. And so I think the visual with the water drop really hits it home.
It was truly amazing. So, my beautiful Natalie, I'm going to give it to you.
Kathy, I'm so happy you're here.
Me
And
too.
wow, the ripples that, yeah, And your hair is so cute. You look beautiful. Uh, so my question for you, and this actually just came into mind. So, I mean, it's been a journey for you, and I just know the tip of the iceberg. Like we had connected on LinkedIn, and for the audience, you just don't know who's watching, who's noticing you, so just keep taking your actions and doing your ripples because Cathy, reached out to me. And because of that, here I am. Here I am. But what's coming to mind is when first, like when I see your ripple effect, it's like when first, like I see you actually jumping off a side of a pool and doing a cannonball. When was the first, when did this start for you? Like the beginning of this vision of being this global influencer, many, I can't even say how many best-selling books you have. Like you came from a history of challenge. When, around what year was that first cannonball? Thank you, Sinette. I noticed, but I was just like deep in this question. When was that? Do you remember the moment when you thought, I'm just going to start going for this?
Well, it's actually kind of a funny story in a way that in 2010, I was going through a divorce. I was going through a complete career change. I describe it like I threw my life up in the air and reinvented it on the way back down. And so I was in that whole thing of figuring out, what am I supposed to do next? What am I here for? And I literally got this intuitive message telling me I need to be creating something that creates a true impact in the lives of women around the world. And that was the whole message. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. And I next went into financial planning, thinking this is how I can help women. And I realized after 10 years, that wasn't the right answer either. And I've been saying lately, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, if I saw myself becoming a published author, getting into publishing myself, I would have laughed at you, because even 5 years ago, none of this was even on my radar. And it all started when I put my first chapter in somebody else's book. And at that time, I was working a job. The only reason I wanted to put my chapter in that book was because I knew that my story could help other women. And that was really the beginning of it. And I think I was working on my 5th or 6th book with other people when it just kind of hit me that this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how I'm supposed to create this impact in the lives of women around the world, is by creating these opportunities for women to become published authors, share our story, and really, build momentum as a community. So yeah, it's been a twisted journey.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you, Cathy. So that was one of the things I was also thinking of. I've posted our show in one of the groups that I've joined, and I really try my best to go in there once a week to comment on other people's posts. So it's not that I'm not just there and dumping my stuff. And then when I post the show of this week in this group, the admin lady said, please don't do this. This is not for you to advertise your show. And I thought maybe there's other authors that would also like to come to the show. And I looked at it and I just said, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. And I looked up and I said, God, I'm going to create my own Facebook page, a group for authors, the author's journey. And I did it. I took me 2 hours to do it, but I love it, Cathy, because now you have done a few other books and then you decided now you're going to do your own. Sometimes I think we just need to take the bull by its horn and do it create it yourself. So that's the reason why I've created a new Facebook page, and it's open to everybody. It's not private. So if you want to join us, the author journey, then go and look in Facebook. So I am going to play our beautiful sponsors video, and then Natalie is going to give our sponsors a shout out. And then Cathy, I would love to ask you, what does the ripple effect of impact means for you personally? Okay. So now, before we start, let me just play the video. Here we go. Thank you, my beautiful masterpiece, for sponsoring the show.
It's filled with toxins in our air, water, and food, and cause you to feel off. Masterpiece cleanses these toxins out. Its natural blend of volcanic minerals removes the toxins and supports better sleep, focus, and energy.
It's compatible with your internal environment in which it goes. So you take 5 drops under the tongue twice a day.
It's clinically proven and has thousands of testimonials. Try it today.
I tried to take a screenshot of that code of us, but it's too fast. Natalie?
Thank you, Masterpiece. We love you so much for your support of us. And I just want to let the listeners know that Masterpiece right now is doing a special on hair testing. So you can actually test your hair, which shows your nutritional deficiencies, your stress levels, heavy metals, everything. It's very comprehensive, and you get 3 free bottles. So you can just click the link and sign up for hair testing, and it's a 4-month protocol. So you can really see the effects and the results of how Masterpiece works. Thank you, Matt Hazen and Team Masterpiece.
Thank you. So Natalie, can you introduce yourself and then ask Cathy your next question, my beautiful one?
Excuse me. I am Natalie Chilton. Excuse me. I'm Natalie Chilton. I'm an author and a holistic intuitive health practitioner in Alberta, Canada. And what else? I protect the vulnerable. I help to raise funds for domestic violence survivors, and a sewing project in Pakistan, buying sewing machines to make freedom sheets. So got a few things going on. Love to connect with you. Break up with secrets. Yeah, thank you. Question. Oh my. I've been thinking about you, and I really don't know a whole lot of the details about your life. But one question is, what did you start out doing when you first became an adult and you got into employment? Did you get an education in a certain field that has any connection with publishing at all, or share who you are?
Yeah. No, I always love to say I've been a biologist since the age of 3. So as soon as I was old enough to choose what I was curious about, what I wanted to get into, it was anything living. And so it was not a surprise to anyone when I threw out my high school and then I went on to university. I did my degree as in medical genetics. And so I actually ended up going into that field. And so I worked for about 25 years in medical genetics, mostly hospital labs and public education. And yes, so far from anything to do with publishing.
Wow. The biology of life. That's the interconnectedness. So
Yes.
Now you're literally working with humans versus hospitals and labs.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Interesting. Sinette, would you like to introduce yourself and your next question for Cathy?
Thank you. So my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, just before I introduce myself, just remember down below in the show notes, you have Cathy's book, Cathy's details, elevator pitch. You will have myself and Natalie's details and also our beautiful sponsors' details. So I am Sanette from Bordeaux. I am your voice amplifier. I create space and stages for incredible humans around the world to share their wisdom, their brilliance, and their transformative stories on all my platforms. And Cathy, you will like the second part. And through all this amazing experience, we create ripple effects of love, joy, and happiness. Thank you so much. So, Cathy, can you tell us how many books, personal books, have you done, and how many collaborative books have you done? And then I would love to ask you, why are collaborative books such a powerful platform for women?
Yes, and actually, all of my books are collaborative books. And so, of the books that I have contributed chapters to, my 25th book is coming out at the end of this month. And
Wow.
of those 25, this will be my 11th book. So the 11th book that I have created, brought together the people, brought it through the process. So yes, there's definitely been a few books.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. And why do you think it's so important for women to be able to do this collaborative books?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of power in putting our stories together. Part of that is, I would say, most of the women in my books, this is their first time that they've participated in any kind of publishing. And so I would say for most people, doing their first book is very daunting. And for many people, they have put off becoming a published author because it feels like something that's so big and so complicated. And so being able to come into a collaborative book where everything else is done for you. So all you have to do is write your one chapter. And as you mentioned earlier, too, while we were working on the book, we had group Zoom meetings where we'd get together and you could meet the other ladies in the book. We had a group chat so everybody could stay connected, ask questions, participate as a group. And so it really is a great way to build community as well. And then, of course, when we get to the time that we actually launch the book, now you've got over 20 women from all over the world who are all promoting the same thing at the same time. So you imagine how that really pushes all of our visibility out beyond where we would ever reach any other time.
I love that. So for all the 23 ladies, I sent an invite out for all of them for the coffee chat. Only 7 of the 23, and you included, my beautiful Cathy, and naturally Natalie as well, said yes for a coffee chat. And I love you, and I love all the 6 other ladies I've met out of this. So was it not for you, my beautiful Cathy, I would have never met Cathy. I never have met Natalie and all the other 5 ladies in the book. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Natalie? Your question.
It's really, really, oh, yes. It's really powerful. It's so powerful, what this is doing. I love how you just described that. And I can attest also, like as a participant, that I did this. It was just so perfect. I did it in advance of my own story. And I thought this would be a great dip in the toe, just publish something. And it really surprised me. Like I kept thinking about the ripple effect. So each book title has a focal point. And that was way deeper than you might think. So just for you, audience, think about just over the next while this week, you can just think about what your ripple effect might be in this life, or even this year, or even right now. And it's a really great thing to reflect upon. Very important. So of your 25 books, each one has a theme and a focal point. Which would you say are your top 3 favorites of those 25 books that have meant the most to you? And maybe one of those you could say why that is, why it was like profound for you.
Yes. And I would say, I mean, obviously they're all my favorites, but definitely Ripple Effect was very high on that list. Another one was the Midlife Awakening. And now we've done the Midlife Reimagined. And now the new one that we're just starting on is Midlife Reignited. So definitely, you know, that whole midlife and sharing our stories is so impactful. So I've just been kind of growing and growing on that theme. But if I had to pick one that was really, you know, the most impactful in my life, I would definitely say the very first one. So the very first one was called Embrace Courage. And I think when I chose that title, it was almost subconsciously I was knowing that I would have to embrace courage to do this, like to just come up with the idea. You know, like I said, I've never done anything to do with publishing. I'd been one of the people in other people's books, but I had never done anything like this myself. And so that feeling of thinking, okay, I am going to go out there and I'm going to find 20 people from around the world who will want to be in my book with me. Like that's, you know, a big decision to make. And so Embrace Courage was definitely the book that opened up the whole world for me. And I always love to say that participating in these books, it opens doors that you didn't even see before. Yes. And so to me, I just keep coming back to that. When people ask me, oh, what impact has it had for you to be in a book? And it's true that these doors open that you did not even notice were there. Obviously, the doors were already there. They've always been there. But they weren't opening. You didn't see them. And really being a published author, and especially in a collaborative book where you are connecting with so many people from all over the world, it literally just opens doors.
That is perfect. That is so true. And I know that with our words they're powerful. So we do literally, it's like if you're meditating on peace and you keep saying peace, peace, you're going to notice where that is, where it is in your life. And so courage was key for you. Thank you for your deep and profound response. And I will pass the mic to Sinette virtually.
Thank you, my beautiful Natalie. So, my beautiful Cathy, in this amazing book, I know that you have, with all the books and all the stories, that you were the curator, and I was like practicing that word. I was always like struggling with that word. The ones that you were the curator of the compilation, you have read incredible stories from amazing ladies all over the world. Is there one particular story that have, even if it's in this one as well, that really touch your heart, that you will always remember?
Oh man, there are so many stories, and like we said, now this is my 11th book coming out, so that's, you know, over 200 women, over 200 chapters that I've put out in the world in the last, and that's in 4 years. And so there are just so many stories. I don't think I can even begin to pick one, but I mean, one of the kind of journeys that have come out of a lot of my books that I always love to share. One of the women that was in Embrace Courage, she had always grown up feeling like she didn't fit in anywhere, that people didn't understand her, that it was a challenge for her whole life to feel that she knew that she had, you know, special gifts that she was bringing to the world, but people around her just didn't understand. And she had felt like she wanted to be a published author, but again, she felt like, well, nobody wants to hear it, that I'm just weird and nobody gets it. And she put a chapter in my Embrace Courage book, and she got so much amazing feedback from people that she then went on and did a second book with me. And then she went on and released her first solo book. And then a year later, she released a second solo book. And she started her own YouTube channel. And so now she does YouTubes regularly. She's now working on her third solo book. She's 75 years old. So for over 70 years, she lived feeling like nobody understood, nobody wants to hear what she has to say. And then she went from that to now, like I said, she did 2 books with me. She's finished 2 solo books. She's working on her third book, the YouTube channel, like a complete shift in her now really knowing that there's a whole world around her, that people are wanting to hear what she says. People do get it. She just needs to find the right people.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible. You brought tears to my eyes. So
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
lift my hat up for that beautiful lady. I totally believe that there's a lot of women out there that thinks like when they get to a certain age, they're not used. Nobody wants them or wants their wisdom. Kudos for you and kudos for that amazing lady. That's incredible. Goosebumps, goosebumps. My beautiful Natalie, your turn, my girl.
Okay. I'm just literally swimming in this beautiful conversation, and it's hard for me to find a point of landing and asking because I haven't prepared questions. So I'm just intuitively looking for the question. Cathy, let's see. Where is there an area that is calling to you that's outside of publishing right now? Is there a form of expression that you are feeling you might be growing into a little bit that would be supportive of what you're doing and
Yes.
maybe strengthening? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and it's funny because I've, kind of looking at what I have been doing and like where in it is my sweet spot that is really, my gift that I'm really putting into this. And what I realized, it was the part about bringing people together and giving women that opportunity and that safe space to share their voice and share their story. And so part of what I'm doing next, and just started at the end of May, is that I'm now creating a community for women. So I've called it the Women's Wisdom and Impact Collective. And so to start with, we're doing group Zooms twice a month I've got 4 spotlight speakers, and then the rest of the time is networking and discussion. And from that, I plan to build that out and create a community where the women can actually interact, and those that are serving women, especially midlife women, will be able to be listed there as resources for women. And then, of course, all women can just come to the group to get that support and get that community. And so that's kind of where I'm moving next. Because like I said, now I've got over 200 women who have come through the books with me. And so looking at, well, how do I keep those women involved? Like, how else can I be of service to them? And so this is what I'm doing next, as well as more books.
Wow, that is perfect. That is perfect. And I have to say, just even Sinette and I coming through with the ripple effect, the program, and the messenger, the group messenger, the courses that you provided us through there to develop and just become more effective. Where am I going with this? I think what was so helpful about that was that it made me believe that it's possible. I'm not doing this alone, where when you're doing a solo project, maybe for the first time, it's just comforting. It's comforting and it's encouraging because you're like, they're doing it, I'm doing it, we're doing it. So thank you for that. Thank you for your service and your thoughtful support systems. Zanette, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Thank you. So I think my next question will be so beautiful after you mention that you are going to have a community of wisdom ladies in your group. So Dr. Claire Zimmert's quote speaks about women lifting each other up. Why is collaboration so important?
Yes, yes. And I've actually been a student of Claire Zammit for many years. So she is definitely one of my mentors and someone who, and actually when I was in I was in a mastermind program with her that only had 25 women. And so it was a very close group and we actually would meet in person. So we had several different events that we went in person to different places and really got connected. And while I was working on Embrace Courage, while I was in that program. So I've got a picture with Claire and we're holding the book. So yes, and so much of the work that she does is actually one of her lines that I love the most is we cannot become ourselves by ourselves. And really what that whole thing says is that we do need community. We can only see ourselves so big, and it takes other people to really mirror back to us, reflect what our strengths are, what they see in us that we might be missing. So yes, I love that, and I love the work that Claire does.
Wow, beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much, Cathy. So we're going to take a few minutes break. I'm going to play our beautiful sponsors video. Natalie is going to say something and I'm going to be off camera for a short. I just need to drop the table. I have to sit down. I'm feeling a little bit, I need to sit down. So let us go with the beautiful sponsor video. Here we go.
The world is filled with toxins in our air, water, and food and cause you to feel off. Masterpiece cleanses these toxins out. Its natural blend of volcanic minerals removes the toxins and supports better sleep, focus, and energy.
It's compatible with your internal environment in which it goes. So you take 5 drops under the tongue twice a day.
It's clinically proven and has thousands of testimonials. Try it today.
Welcome back. Here's our beautiful masterpiece. Thank you, Matt Hazen and Team Masterpiece. We love you. For the viewers, this is a natural product. It's made of sea plasma. Sea plasma has all the minerals that we need, and it's been brought down to a teeny tiny size that can actually go up into the cells. And the zeolite acts like a magnet to attach to heavy metals and detoxifies them quickly and easily and inexpensively. So it is a fabulous product that I love to clear the biochemical clutter. So I've been clearing clutter today, like literally in my home, which is feeling so good. So good, Cathy. So what's next on your horizon? Do you want to share the name of your newest project? I think you might have already. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the books that I'm working on. So most of my books are all women, but some of my books are co-ed. And so one of the books that I'm working on right now is called Intentional Perspective, Finding Joy When Life Gets Messy. And so that one has men and women who are both all sharing their personal journey and sharing how they find joy in their life and really in that hope that we can share this wisdom around the world in a way that then helps other people to see that, yes, no matter what's going on in my life, I can find joy, I can create joy, I can bring joy. And so that's a big focus of that one.
Oh, that is so important right now. It's always important to find the joy. I know Sinette refers to that, little pockets of joy in your day. That's something that you say. And Michael also, in our recent interview, was talking about, he said something profound about that, but the world needs that. So, and I love that it's co-ed. Thank you for sharing, Cathy.
Okay.
Thank you, my beautiful one. I am sitting down. I'm good to go, my beautiful ones. So, my beautiful Cathy, I'm gonna actually have just you on the screen for the few seconds. I want you to speak to the viewers out there that really doesn't know where to start, maybe even writing a chapter. What tools or techniques can you give them? And then also, can you give them some inspiration? So if you are ready, we are going to move so that I can have you on full screen, inspiring the viewers in a few seconds. Here we go.
Perfect, perfect. And yes, definitely, I believe that we all have a story that can help other people, that can inspire, can motivate, can inform, and really just help so that people feel less alone. And I find that a lot, that when we're dealing with challenges in life, we often feel that we're alone in those challenges. So that's a big part of why I think it's so important to share our story. And as far as the writing part, one of the great things about the books that I do, each person just has to write one chapter. And in my books, that's up to 2,500 words. And so it's roughly 4 to 5 pages in a paperback book. So I find that that's really kind of the sweet spot of, it gives you enough room that you can really say something, but not so much room. I find that beyond that, a lot of people tend to get fluffy and just start filling words and not really, they kind of lose their message. And to me, when you're starting to write a chapter like this, a big part is to kind of narrow down what you want to talk about. People often go into it with this idea they have to tell their whole story and everything about their life. But really, no, it's about choosing what is that one message that you want the reader to walk away with. That one message that really, that you feel that obviously is reflective of yourself, but also that can help inspire the reader in creating more impact, in doing something more positive in the world. And so to me, that's a big part of it, really focus on what is that message. And for those of us who are entrepreneurs as well, for most of us, what we're doing now in our business is where our life journey has brought us. It's usually what we're passionate about. And so with these chapters, it becomes a very natural way to be, you're sharing your personal journey, what you've learned along the way, then sharing some tips or tools for the reader. And of course, it usually reflects on the work that we're doing, on the business that we're running. And so it becomes a great way to introduce people to what you're doing and why you might be of service to them. So that's a big part of how we can do these books and really make them effective and really impactful.
Incredible. Thank you so much. And it was wonderful to see you in full screen, because we can add a look at all the books behind you. So my beautiful Natalie, I think you will have the last question on your side, my beautiful one.
Perfect. Yes, this focal point is in the expansiveness of life. It is so helpful for us to actually reflect and come down to like now, and the point of our point of focus in this moment, because it changes through time. You know, just like the clock tips around, and each now is like grounded here. So what is my question? I had a question. It was right here. Sorry, Sinette. What do you feel? Go ahead. What do you feel, Cathy, that you would like to add to your legacy? beyond the books, is there like another North Star out there, like shining down, that you want to reach up and grab onto? Or is this it? Do you feel like definitively you have it? You have you have the foundation of your legacy, absolutely. But is there something more, even beyond the community, that might be speaking to you?
Well, the big focus of really everything I do is around helping midlife women to see that this is not a time in our life when we are finished. We are not old and obsolete. Our culture often tells us, after 50, we should go sit in the corner and no one needs us anymore. And so a big part of my passion really is around helping women to see that really we're at a time in our life where we can start something completely new, that we can choose what it is that we are passionate about and what we want to bring to the world. So really, part of what I see myself doing in the next little while is doing more in-person speaking, and really trying to, focus on bringing that message out to more women. And I think for so many of us who are entrepreneurs, we're already immersed in this idea of personal growth and change and finding our passion and following our path. But for so many people who have been, working a job for decades, are in a place where they don't have a wider community to really give them that space to even think about what they want to do next, or, what their heart is telling them they're supposed to do. So I've got a favorite quote that I always love to share, and it's by Howard Thurman. And it's, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive." And to me, that's what it is all about. Figuring out what makes you come alive and go do that.
Excellent, Cathy. That is so good. And just the modeling. You are a model, you're a role model, and you really give hope and a vision for walking out the purposefulness that you do to others that may have no grid for that, but you are part of the grid and the vision that gives hope. So thank you for your beautiful sharing.
Thank you, Cathy. That was truly amazing. So, ladies, will you take up your books? So, my beautiful viewers, what Cathy have done, she have actually the chapters of the book, and all the ladies' name is at the back of the book. So, I am going to start, and then Cathy, you will be going next, and then beautiful Natalie will go next, and then I will do the next one. Okay. So Cathy Derksen her chapter is called Create a Ripple Effect of Impact Around the World. Okay, Cathy, you do the next one.
All right. Alexa Pena, her chapter was You Are a Walking Manifester.
Amy Louise Blake, The Melody of Transformation, Finding Your Brilliant Voice.
Beautiful. And then Christina J. Williamson, Shipwrecked to the Lighthouse Beacon.
Perfect. And Dawn Parker Houston, her chapter was called My Grandmother's Legacy, Lessons in Excellence, Service, and Perseverance.
Beautiful. I just read this one. Beatrice R. Olson, MD, FACP, Finding Balance Within the Ripple Effect of Having Courage to Make 3 Medical Professional Shifts. So good.
Wow. Wow. So I've got Eva Kramper, Echoes of Impact, Tracing the Endless Ripples of Influence.
And Goldie Carr, her chapter was Breaking Growth Barriers.
Beautiful. Iris M. Williams, A Shift in Mindset.
Beautiful. And then Jasmine Angelnor, From Facing to Being a life love story.
All right.
Your
And
turn, Cathy.
Karen Mayer, her chapter was Embrace the Power of Creativity for a Richer Life.
Yeah, it's such a great book. Linda Sunshine West, Breaking Barriers, 365 Fears, One Life-Changing Year. Wow.
Incredible. And Michaela Al-Hari, Through a Child's Eyes.
And Michelle Renee Richards, Laugh, Cry, Thrive, Join the Mumhood Party, and Let's Sparkle Together.
Nice. Morgan Crew wrote Prevail Through Life's Obstacles.
And now's my turn. Natalie Chilton wrote, Touched by Supernatural.
And Nikki Margot, her chapter is You Were Meant for More.
Paula Wright, she wrote Embracing Freedom, a journey of self-discovery and empowerment.
And then Sally Larker Green, I love this one, The Power of Saying Yes.
And then we've got Sanette Van Bretta. Forgiving Yourself, Letting Go of Shame and Regret.
Thank you.
Perfect. Sharon Lee Williams wrote Scar Tissue.
Wow. That is a title. And then Sherry James PMP, the ripple impact of sound.
Perfect. And then the last one on the list is Sylvie Brabant, and her chapter was Creating Impact with Documentary Films.
Incredible. So my beautiful viewers, this was an impact book. And please look down below. Cathy's details is there. The link of the book is also in there. And you will find incredible stories. And to all the ladies that we have just celebrate, keep on writing, keep on telling your stories, because we never know whose lives we will be able to change. And in the future, who will be reading this. So thank you so much, Cathy, for highlighting not only me and not only Natalie, but 22 or 21 ladies in the book. And through your vision and through your magnificence, I could, with all my heart, love the 5 ladies that I have met. That's not on the screen. And then naturally, Natalie and Cathy, I love you with all my heart. You are both truly an inspiration. And thank you for everything that you are doing, not only for the Diamond Beauties Forever group, but also for your community and all your people in your life. So thank you so much. My beautiful Natalie, do you have a last word that you want to give to the viewers and to Cathy? And then we will ask Cathy.
Cathy, I'm so grateful for you. I am so grateful you called me that day and that I said yes, that I had the courage, and I was just seeking Creator. I'm like, should I? And it was just like, yes. And I'm like, oh boy. So thank you for your courage in spearheading the ripple effect of impact and all that you do and have done. You're amazing. I love you.
Yes. Thank you. And Cathy, do you have something that you wanted to put it out to the viewers and maybe to the authors in this particular book as well?
Yes, I would definitely send a great thank you to all the women that have participated in my books, all the people, and that's hoping that they know that they are creating a ripple effect of impact with every story. And to those that haven't been in the books yet, definitely join us. I've always got some new ones coming up. And like we've been saying, you never know the impacts that you are going to create. So trust that you will impact other people. So thank you for
Wow.
having me.
Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you.
And just give me 1 second. Who said, where's my glasses now? Who said, say yes? Oh, Sally said the power of saying yes. So, my beautiful viewers, say yes. You don't know what's going to happen. Say yes, say yes, say yes for Cathy. So, my beautiful viewers, if you would love to be an inspirational author, inspired, inspirational author, then I will wish you with intent and focus to put down some words and connect with the right people, connect on the right groups. And you're always welcome to connect with Cathy, myself, and Natalie. And you're always welcome to join our beautiful Facebook group, The Author Journey. And then from my side to you, I want to wish you all an amazing, amazing week. And then, Cathy, thank you so much for giving me the gift of being in the book and giving us a gift of your presence today. And Natalie, thank you so much for being my co-host. But we cannot say finally goodbye if we don't say thank you to our sponsor, Masterpiece. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. So, my beautiful ones, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.